Hi everyone, today I'm going to show you how to fold this Origami Spider. Halloween is just around the corner and I figured I'd fold something seasonal. And yeah, I'm really happy with this model. It's a good balance between not too easy and not too hard, but it still looks pretty good. And yeah, with that being said, grab some paper and let's get folding. Alright, so for this model I'd recommend a large 10-inch sheet of black paper. This model is medium hard level complexity, so it's a little bit tricky, but not too bad. Alright, so let's start this model white side up, and let's valley fold in half. Alright, let's unfold, rotate, and repeat. Alright, now let's bring this point up to this point. And let's do the same on this side. Alright, now let's unfold both of those. And now we're going to reverse fold on those creases. Alright, so there's one, let's do the other. Alright, now let's rotate this way, and let's bring this point up to this point, and we're just using one layer. This isn't going to lie flat right now. Alright, and you just want to make a fold here, and here, just a line, and then you want to squish this down so that this point touches this point. And then we're going to do the same on this side. So we're kind of just taking this point and squashing it down. Alright, now let's take this flap and we're going to reverse fold it in. Here we go, now we have this, and we're going to do the same here. Alright, now we have two flaps at the bottom, and we're going to take this one and bring it down. Alright, now let's turn over, and we're just going to do the exact same thing. Alright, and now we should have the square, and if we look at it from here, we should have these 8 points, and these are going to be the 8 legs of our spider. Alright, so now we have our 8 points, and now we need to start thinning them. So first what we're going to do is we're going to bring this point to this point. By the way, this base is the same base that I used for my peacock, which you can find here. Alright, and then let's unfold, and then now we're going to bring this crease up to this crease. Alright, now let's valley fold this back down on the existing crease. And let's valley fold this point up to this point. Alright, and now let's rotate, and we're going to do the same thing. If you like, we can unfold this just to make it a little bit easier. Alright, and we can unfold. Alright, now let's turn over, and we're going to do the same thing on this side. Alright, now we have divided it into fourths, and now along these creases we're going to open sink in and out, and that's going to thin the points. So to do that, we have to open up here, open the layers, and open them until you see this pattern of squares. And we're going to pinch the first round of squares. We're going to make them mountains. So just pinch in this square. Alright, so there's the square shape. And now we're going to make the next square on the inside a valley. So we're just going to make a square ring of valleys. then push this inside as well. So we're making this last square mounted. So yeah, once again, we're just pinching them inside. Alright, so now the creases are made, and we can kind of push it together and flatten. Alright, and now you can see, compared to this flap, this one is now a lot thinner. And we're going to do the same on this side. So open up here, and again, just open sync in and out. Alright, and then now we have 1, 2, 3 flaps thinned out. Now let's turn over, and we're just going to do the exact same thing on this side. So open sync in and out on this point, and open sync in and out on this point. Alright, and now you can see we have all 8 points thinned out nicely. Alright, now we're going to thin out the legs even more, believe it or not. But before we do that, we have to do a few more steps. So what we want to do is we have these metal flaps here, but we want them spread out. So let's bring this over to the left side. And we're going to open this up and squash evenly. Alright, so something like that. And we're going to do the same here. And this one, but this one's not going to squash perfectly even, because there's going to be this layer here. So you kind of have to work around it. You can open it up and work from this side as well. So this one's not going to be an even squash, but it's going to look something like that. And then let's rotate, and we're going to do the same thing on this side, but make sure you bring this the right way so that there's 4 flaps on either side. So yeah, this one we're also going to bring to the left, from right to left, and just squash like last time. Alright, now we have this, and now we're going to take these flaps and bring them to the side. So let's take this one, and let's valley fold it out to the side like this. And we're going to do the same with this one here. So let's flatten down like that, and then turn over, and we're going to do the same here. So that folds out, and this one folds out. Alright, now we have 4 flaps down here. We're also going to bring them up, but we're going to do it a bit differently. So open here, and you want to valley fold kind of this up. You want to pinch it. This is sort of a crimp. And then you want to flatten like that. So that was a little bit tricky. I'll show it again. I'll show the inside. So the inside is basically just this crimp. So it was like this, and then we folded it up so it aligns with the others. And then let's do the same on this one. This one's a little bit different actually, so I'm going to do it in a way so that this point touches this point. So crimp it up like that, and then flatten. Alright, so now let's do the one on this side. And this one is going to be like the one that we just did here, whereas we're going to bring this point up to this point. And I guess there's this middle bit here that we can tuck inside. I'm not sure if that's right or not, but that just makes it look a bit nicer on the inside. We'll see if it's right later on, but it shouldn't be too bad. And then we're going to turn over this way, and then bring this one up. Now this one is like the first one we did, whereas there's no point to point, it's just crimp upward upwards and make it so that it matches this one. Alright, and now I can flatten. Alright, now we are prepared for making the flaps thinner. Alright, now we're gonna work on thinning the points now that everything's set up. You can see I've already attempted it a little bit, but hopefully I'll get it right this time. So let's valley fold this up, and we're valley folding this all the way across in half. And make sure this fold is nice and sharp. Alright, let's unfold. And we're kind of going to do this in 2 phases. So we have this big flap that we can do it with, and then we have this flap on this side as well. So let's start with the smaller one first, actually. So let's open up here, just 1 layer in, and then we're going to close sync it. So open up the layers like this. Yeah, maybe go 2 layers in, so here and here, and then that's where you want to put your finger. Yeah, so that's a bit easier. And then push in on the existing creases. Try to feel for the mountain fold that you made. Alright, and then now that's nice and pushed in. Alright, that's the first phase, I guess, of these legs. And then let's open up here, and then we're going to open sync again. This one's a really long one. And we're going to fold across on this crease, and then fold on this crease. Also, by the way, there's this flap in the middle. Make sure that gets folded too, and try to avoid slippage on that so that the white doesn't peek through. So there we are, that's one long close sync along the existing creases. And then let's close it back up. Oh, this is what I mean by the white poking through a little bit, just because the layers shifted a tiny bit. So we can conceal that a bit by bringing this black upwards. And kind of pushing that white inwards as well can help. Alright, so that's this leg and this leg thinned out, and let's do the same on the back. So again, just valley fold up halfway, make this crease nice and sharp. Alright, and again, let's do this smaller one first. So let's open 2 layers here, put our finger in, and then let's push this bit inside. Or actually, sorry, the bit is now on this side, so this one, it has 2 flaps. This one, it just has the one. You can see here where they separate. So this time it's on the right side and not the left side. So open up here and here, and we're just going to push in like we did last time. Alright, so now that side is done, and then now we can do this bigger one. So again, open it up on this first one, and then just sync on the existing creases. Alright, and there we have the bottom 4 legs sunk. Oh, and we can look out for this one. This one has quite a bit of white showing, so we can tuck that in. And there we go, it's a little more seamless. Alright, now let's focus on the top ones, which have a little bit more going on. So let's take this and fold this down. And at this corner, we're gonna reverse fold it in. So again, it's just kind of folding it in half, and then let's unfold, and let's open here, let's open 1 layer in. There we go, there's the 1 layer. And then push this down open sinking again on the existing creases, being careful not to rip the paper. Alright, like that. And then, yeah, I guess we can do the same on this side. Oh, there's this little flap here. We can fold that up just so that this is flat, matching with this side, which is flat. And yeah, again, we're just going to valley fold this down and reverse folding at this corner. This corner is a little bit different. So we can kind of try our best to imitate a reverse fold. Actually, yeah, we can do a reverse fold. There we go. That works. And then again, just unfold this and open sync. Sorry, close sync. Right there, and now the point is then here. Alright, now we have this big one, so we can valley fold this in half here, and then valley fold across this way. Actually, yeah, now that I'm thinking of it, maybe it's better that it's not straight, and we're gonna fold them separately. It just makes it a bit easier. So valley fold this down, up, and then again, go inside and close sync. Alright, there we are. And yeah, now we can do the other side, now that this is reverse folded. So again, breaking it up into two separate parts. There we go. So now, yeah, we still have the reverse fold in the middle. It wouldn't have been possible, at least cleanly, to do it if they were one full close sync. So let's do the same here. So we can take this and bring it out. And then we can close sync this corner in here. I guess, yeah, this one is broken up into two, so we're gonna have to do two close syncs again. So let's valley fold this down, reverse folding at the corner. Alright, and then now we can open up, and let's just open sync this first one. There we are. Sorry, I keep saying open sync. I mean closed sync. And then we're going to do this one here. I'm just going to refold the valley just to make it nice and sharp. And then unfold. And then close sync again. I think this is the last one that we have to do. Alright, so there we are. Now all the points are thinned out. I know that was hard to follow, and yeah, if you didn't catch it, basically what it was is just folding all the points in half and then close syncing them inside. But other than that, yeah, that is the thinned out legs. Alright, so now the worst is behind us and we can get to shaping, which is the fun part. Alright, so let's hold it like this, and we're going to take these front four flaps, make them point this way, these back four flaps, make them point down. So let's take this first one, and we're going to pinch it in half, making it even thinner. You can see the layers are going to get really thick here. And let's kind of rabbit ear it upwards. Like that. And then we can kind of reach the middle of it, and then crimp it to make a joint. And then at the end, we can kind of reverse fold it and valley fold out, kind of like a crimp. And then we have like the little paw, I guess, of the spider. And then you can squish it more to make it a bit rounder. And that's one leg. And we can do the exact same with this one. And there we are. One leg is probably going to be not as thick as the other one. It's just how the layers work. And then we're going to do the same with these other two down here. Make them point outwards. Alright, there's the front four legs. You can kind of bend them into position. And then we're going to do the back legs, which is just the same thing. So just pinch, crimp the little joint, and then crimp the feet. Alright, so I did 2 on this side, and we're going to finish up the 2 on this side. Alright, now let's mount and fold this here, and we're going to valley fold here. This is an important part. We're going to make this bulgy. So take this flap, and you want to hold here and kind of pull out just a little bit. Not too much because you don't want to rip it. So just about that much so that there's a point here, and then we're going to pull out the right side, again being very careful. Alright, and then now we can remake that pleat again that we made, and then we're going to push in here and push here, kind of reverse folding it in so we have this little divot. Alright, and then do the same on this side where you're folding diagonally here, and then you're also folding diagonally here so that you make sort of like a V here, like that. And then you can push this out, maybe puff it up a bit more. And there is the Origami Spider. Hope you had fun folding this. This was a bit trickier than I thought it would be, but yeah, in the meantime, have fun folding. Happy Halloween.